All right, let's see how we go goofing around a little bit, a lot of it, basically. Much goofing around, that's what we're doing. I say much, it's like not much, but whatevs. We are going to be checking out, I'm actually just playing around with a few settings, try and make sure all my computer can handle broadcasting at a slightly higher bit rate, slightly better quality. Just curious to see if that works. If it does, sweet, I might be able to very strongly consider doing more of that. I'm just goofing around with Awful Trading Company. I'll probably have to play the tutorials again, try and learn it all over again, because not familiar with it, basically. Do not know. So we are going to go for the many adventures that we could possibly have here. So the interesting options that we have are basically try to it's so what it is. I should explain it first a bit more. It's a bit of a, I have done all these, but I need to do a bit better. So what it is it is a it's a game that's like Catan, Settlers of Catan in a board game, but it's a RTS, so the maps will actually usually play out in the space of about 20 minutes or so, which seems pretty groovy. Let me just check out my health there, see if it looks goodaroo. So the way you sort of play it is I'm the man for the job. Welcome to Mars 5. He's Joji 5 will be overseeing my upgrade to knowledge. Now, as I understand, this is the let's see if I can get my head out of the way there, maybe. Man for the job. Magnificent. Friend to robotic Caesar's orders are automatically queued, blah blah. So it's basically saying that it's entirely robotic. So the idea is that you play with resources, and the resources can depend on where you're at. So what you do is you have to build mines basically on top of these resources. On top of the twos will give you more like yield over time. So it's usually, your yield usually is expressed in like units per second or something along those lines, and usually on the smaller ones. Let's see. Mining for compliments, of course he is. So the idea with the bits here is that you can basically just have a giant robot factory. It's basically the Tesla Gigafactory on Mars. I should have mentioned the game's on Mars, or based on Mars. So we can actually speed up time a little bit. Unless it'll, yep, there we go. And then you get little ships will drive your resources back and forth. If you actually build the ships right next to if you build the ships right next, where am I going? If you build stuff next to its production value, so if you build, for example, on the this is specific to the robot faction though, I believe. If you build the building right next to the resource in which it needs to make it, you'll get a production bonus. This also goes for things like electricity as well. So if you built that next to a solar panel, I believe, it also gives you a bonus. I should probably just, I'm kind of familiar-ish with the game, so why don't we just potentially think about checking that out. I'm not sure yet. So it's been a while since I played, so I'm just trying to get my head around the thing I do like you wants it again, the tutorial, and I just need to upgrade him with a little bit more steel, which comes from the steel mill, which is currently making a bunch. I need 20 I believe for the upgrade, and I can send an early shipment. I don't think that even costs me anything either. It'll cost me a bit of might cost me a bit of extra fuel maybe. You can turn it off to save power, auto supply modes, all that sort of jazz, you know, the usual sort of thing. I'll just be patient. Why not? Patience is a virtue. Virtue is a grace. Something rhymes with face, I think, is how the joke goes. All right, so we upgrade. Without a shadow of a doubt, you are the person who gave the order that successfully upgraded our factory. Way to really make me feel important there, robot. I hope you feel it's good enough. All right. Now we're talking about the advanced, I believe. Much pointier. So these are the ones that you need: elemental quarries, metal, so it's an element rather than a metal. Alex, long stream today then? No, I pretty much just like goofed around and then decided, you know what, maybe I should rather do nothing rather than sit around watching the Dota majors. I might feel like I actually want to like play some of those sweet video games. So I'm also testing out a little bit of different settings for my stream as well. So I think I should have, I should be broadcasting at 1080p with 60 frames a second on 2,500 bitrate, so it should look better. I'm not sure. I'm basically strongly considering how much up I can push the quality, seeing as if I take up this affiliate thing, I'll probably have access to transcoding a lot more often, which is great because then that way I can stream in great quality, and everyone else can then choose at their leisure whether or not they want to look at it in teeny weeny ice trainer vision or not, because that sort of stuff. So yeah, man, how you doing? Haven't seen you in yonks. You guess it would matter more in something like Bulletstorm with all the chaos ensuing? Yeah, I think you're right. But the bitrate's usually like on a little game like this, the bitrate's usually a bit steady. However, Twitch's bitrate has Twitch's bitrate limitation has gone right up. It used to be, Siam's got the cookies, dude. I have missed those so much. So nice to see the cookies. So yeah, but so Twitch's bitrate requirements for everyone on the platform now, it goes up to as high as 6 megabits. That's 6,000 bits. It's basically 6,000 megabits basically. Build an elementary colony on Carbon. I have not done the Carbon one yet, sorry. And so I'm looking to get, yeah, so if I get that transcoding stuff as part of the affiliate thing, because it's not guaranteed, but you get priority to it after partners. And I presume other affiliates, of which there's going to be all of them. So yeah. And this is just me fiddling around on a game that I wouldn't mind playing a fair bit of over time, but it's a little one, and this is why I like to do the stuff outside of my schedule, so I can actually play around with things like this. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, rambling a little bit as I pay no attention to the tutorial that is before me, because I'm a horrible person. All right. You wish this game was this calm usually. You think you'd love it except for the competitiveness from the real part. That's one of the things I absolutely love about this game though, is that it's sort of, it's kind of one of those longer, it's one of those longer form games, but it's also, it's like what you'd expect from like a Civ or something like that, but it's over in 20 minutes in about the same pace as like a StarCraft match. But it's, yeah, like I really enjoy the idea of how you have to think about it. Lots of medical visits and meds. Oh, dude, sorry to hear that. You've been house and pet sitting for the past week. What kind of pets? What kind of pets? Are they adorable? Let's see. So I'm probably just going to goof around for maybe half an hour or so with the stream here. So please let me know if the cat and dog, yeah. So this is where it gets kind of interesting, right? You can get a bonus. You can get a bonus for having the this, I'm pretty sure now that this is specific to the robot faction, is that if you place a production building next to one of the resources that it uses, it gets a bonus. So that can be pretty much any power building, but also for the kilns and things like that, if you put it next to silicon or aluminum, for example, you get a production bonus. And I'm pretty sure if I put like a wind turbine there as well, I'd bonus everything up there. Prey is pretty damn good. BioShock mixed with Dead Space. Okay, I had a quick look at a trailer and it looked a bit horror-y for my liking. I'm usually a bit I'm not the best with horror games for some reason, says the guy who played a whole bunch of Killing Floor, but I guess Killing Floor is a bit more. Oh my god, those are adorable, Siam. How do you cope? Oh my lord. How do you get anything done? Upgrade the HQ. We need more of everything, but that's okay, they're making it. You're a pansy too and it scared the crap out of you? Yeah, like, dog always wants food, cat always wants to be pet. Sounds like pretty standard animals. So Prey scared it with you too. Like I kind of don't know how I feel about games like that just kind of do the body horror for the shock value, if that makes sense. Like I don't mind it in movies and things like that because it's very tasteful, but in games it's like, well, whatever, you can do this any old time because it's a gameplay thing. Maybe. All right, I'm feeling. I'll finish this this tutorial and see how I go in the skirmish mode. I don't know that I'll do particularly well, but we'll see how we go. There is a new DLC coming out for this. It looks pretty interesting. You play it on second hard. It's constantly low. Hey Peach, without food and medkits, and you just thrash around with the wrench trying to hit these super fast enemies. Very cool. Yes, they're like little head crab little buggers, aren't they? What do we need? We need one more electronics. If I just do a send shipment, that'll send a partial shipment through because I only need like 4 and it sent me like 60. It's very chaotic. You just spray like a madman hoping you killed them. That sounds pretty good though. All right, geothermal. So these geothermal plants are always pretty interesting, but I have to remember the nuance of the different factions that you can play as, because you have the robots. The robots are very power hungry, but they don't use fuel or oxygen or water or food. Basically, you only spend money on power, as well as all of your extra your little adjacency bonuses, which is pretty groovy. But sometimes you'll see the AI players. Great job, human. There are you. Dark Deny. Hey dude, how are you? Any justice around? Yes. I ate a sausage roll earlier, so I guess that's you know, that really showed that former pig. The art of the deal. Get it? Sometimes they move and fidgets and you can notice, other times they just wait for you to get close and then jump. That sounds pretty interesting in terms of scary stuff. All right, skirmish. I've got Ceres as well. All right, let's just do Mars. AI, or maybe learn to play. This one actually ranks it up. Managing expectations. So manager is the default difficulty on the skirmish, if I believe. So let's see. Oh, you can make teams. AI players, game rules. Is there a way we learn the things? That's really interesting. You get like a game that lasts a week. Time delay between stock purchases. That means you can't just like save up a whole bunch of money and buy someone else straight away. Reveal map at the whole start. Advanced sabotage. Wow, that's really interesting. Hacker arrows always act as if they have a hologram. Interesting. No auctions, no sabotage. It won't let me tell me what the difficulty. Manager. Maybe we might do a employee just to give me a little bit of an ease it back into the game to try and learn. So how's you guys been going this week? So I'm just playing around a little bit. This isn't what I'd normally call a like one of my normal streams. Normally this is like something I'd consider to be off schedule, so that's why I'm playing something random, basically. So the way it works at the start of the game is you can get a couple of scans to try and see what sort of resources you want. So now, if I recall correctly, you want to try and play to the map. So there's a fair bit of water, a fair bit of silicon, but there's not really a lot of carbon. There's like one thing of carbon there, and I think one of these guys is probably going to play as the reclaim. No, there's 2 carbon. There's a little bit of iron. There's actually not really a lot of iron, so I could really hoon on down here and try and corner the iron market, because everyone's going to need that to build, and I don't really think there's a lot there. So that kind of feels like the right thing to do, even if there's carbon down here as well. We've got carbon, water, iron, that sort of thing. Silicon's up there, which you'd probably need for an advanced thing as well as there, but I can just buy that off the stock market if I really focus on this stuff. So I don't know if you guys have played. What's that?
Medium levels of iron found.
Oh, more iron. Well, never mind.
Low levels of water found.
Water.
High levels of carbon found.
Carbon.
Medium levels of water found.
Looking a little bit more oh, here we go.
Thermal vent. This scientific HQ has been found.
All right, let's found. Who do we need that needs steel? So everyone needs steel except for the reclaimers, but they need more carbon than normal. I could try and hope. There's really high carbon here. Reclaimers will need water, of which there's heaps here. If I'm down here, and that's mainly what I'm after. So they've gone for a scientific HQ. Scientific needs, they tend to need they need less of the, or they can quite often miss out on the basics, such as water and things like that. So maybe I might just take Seneca, because then that way they need less steel for the buildings. Units travel faster, and they also get an extra claim for each HQ upgrade, which I'll go into a bit later. We might put them close-ish. See if I can claim that carbon. Well, there's no, unless there's a reclaimer try to sit next to me, but I don't think he will. All right, so we'll just pause. We'll play the pausing game. Water pump right there. We're going to need that. Greenhouse farm. I can actually just put this right next to my base on the water pump, and then that way I completely save loads when it comes to what's the word? I can save heaps when it comes to fuel costs in terms of that. Now, I also probably want to think about exploiting the resources that we've got here. So we've got little bits of iron all around the map. See, it actually reveals the whole map. I'm really glad I didn't go for the silicon icon up there, because there's only like 3 deposits and they're tiny. Water is everywhere, so it's not going to be huge. There's a bit of silicon up there. Silicon's actually really small on this map, so if there was like one 3-point deposit there, someone could really corner the market on silicon. But I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to do something similar with iron, because there's not very much of it. So there's a little bit of it up here, but they're going to have to, like, unless someone founds right next door to me, which I really hope they don't, yeah, we'll be okay. So let's talk metal mine. So that's a 3 for aluminum, and that's a 3 for aluminum, and then the next ones are way over here, which I'm not going to worry about. How many claims do I have? I have 3. To upgrade my HQ, I will need aluminum and steel. I have glass, which you need silicon to make those. So I'm probably gonna have to buy silicon on the market, considering that there's like so little of it, and no one else is, unless we get lucky, no one else is gonna go for it. Sorry, I'm talking to myself a whole huggy bunch. Let me know how the stream looks, if you can, guys, if it looks any better or worse than normal. I've kind of got the settings up a little higher, and I'm just trying to figure out whether or not it's super good, basically. Let's go just here. Steel. Let's get this aluminum here as well. We've got a water pump. One more claim.
A scavenger HQ has been found.
Oh no. Oh, and he claimed the carbon. Bugger. I should have gone for the carbon. Ah! Dark Deny. Streamlock's okay, even though there's a talking head in the bottom of the game. I know, right? Well, why don't we try and we can just move that so it's not quite in the way. Oops, no, never mind. Apparently you can't alt tab without everything going wrong. So 2 scientific HQs. So I think silicon this map is going to go out of control, and steel. Frank Dawson's probably going to use a fair bit. Oh, he got this aluminum as well. But he's quite spread out, so maybe I'll have to start really strongly consider what have we got in black market. Goon Squad would be good. Mutiny be handy. Network virus, maybe. EMP magnetic storm. There's not really a lot of opportunity for massive piracy or anything like that. Let's say, did I get the geo event? Let's buy a geothermal plant. That way we should be able to corner power pretty regularly as well, because the idea is, see, the demand for power is going up. So as long as I can satisfy my own power, I'm okay. There's one of these guys is there's no robots, but these guys aren't building power yet. Frank's gone for mining. all the other ones. Joji's gone for mining, and this guy is gone for steel as well. Yeah, there's quite a bit. You imagine if it was a shooter, you'd notice the FPS, but strategy games you can rarely see sub 60, etc. Well, I could play something exciting, like I could buy Dawn of War 3. Give me a goon squad. I'll just save it. Right.
A scavenger HQ has been upgraded.
I'm sure it has. All right, we got power, metal mine. Oh, you know what? I haven't got steel meal. I don't have enough claims, but that's okay. I can actually set my water to auto sell, and that'll help me get a bit more cash in the way. And we've got water and power demands have gone up, as has food. Now I actually don't have enough to make. I said I'd go into steel, and then you know what I did? I didn't save a claim to get steel, but I think the power plant was probably worth it, because that power demand is probably that's basically eliminated my debt, and I'm just kicking up off of my auto cell at the moment. My fuel costs are going up. An electrolysis reactor would be pretty good, but we'll see how we go. I just need to buy. I can buy enough steel on the market there to upgrade, so we might do that. And then I can go into steel as well. Although if steel starts to crash, me buying that upgrade though would have spiked it. This game needs a taco stand. Yeah, I can see the logic there. So what I'll do is I'll try and build. So what have we got on the go here? We could go for electrolysis if I want to corner water. But water's going down, which means someone else is probably doing a thing. We've got steel mill. Everyone seems to have gone into steel or metal. Frank Dawson. Now, Frank Dawson has spread himself out quite a lot. He is going to drive fuel prices way up high. So what we'll do is we will upgrade. We'll get a couple of electrolysis reactors going here so that we can start, first of all, supplying ourselves with fuel and oxygen, but also doing the thing. Dark Deny, you tried playing Diablo today, it was too boring. As in the original Diablo? Or the sequel one? I probably need some food as well, so let's claim that tile. I've still got 2 more claims left. I need to think about Diablo 3. See, I haven't played it yet, and rightly so. A couple of the guys were telling me that I don't understand it, basically. Or not, I don't understand it, but I don't have enough experience with it to make an adequate judgment. Why are you turned off? Oh, that's a really interesting thing. So when your building makes a net, okay, so here's one of the things, right? When you check on a building, it'll say producers, and it's got the net revenue button there. So I could say so a carbon quarry at the moment would make me rich beyond my wildest dreams, probably because this reclaimer. Now he's got the only large one. I could get a small one, but that means I'm trying to like spend too much on one thing, if that makes sense. Wait, weren't I going to bed? Cat Hell Sky. Maybe in about 15 minutes or so. How's your day been panning out? No, I was basically, I went to get food, and I ate food after finding out that I had to go and buy more food because bachelor life, some of it was a bit, shall we say, beyond its use by date. Now, food is going through the roof right now in terms of this, so it means that no one else is really going into food. So if I build another greenhouse farm here and maybe another water pump here, that'll give me, or I can go here for the 3 tile one, or here. If I go here, then I can claim another tile there, and I can move this whole section into like mass production at some point. I am in bed. This is all a dream. Didn't realize I'd be coming back. Neither did I. I'll be honest. This is like outside of my stream times. I'm kind of like playing around with things like that. So I'm actually broadcasting on a slightly different setting right now. I'm broadcasting at 1080p in 60 frames a second, with my bitrate being slightly higher than it is normally. And apparently my CPU usage is a lot lower. So debatably, my stream would look amazing right now. But again, it's probably because I'm playing a RTS. 50% bonus for adjacency, so let's do that. The other bonus here is as well, because all these are attached to my HQ, so this steel mill, because it's not making any money, we're going to bulldoze it. Get out of here. not doing us any good. We'll build a farm next to it, because at the moment food is hot, right? You get net revenue of 40 from food. All the advanced stuff is still like around, not quite worth it yet. The elemental quarries could be over time. Like silicon, no one went for silicon. I think one guy has gone for silicon. No one's gone for silicon. No one has any silicon on the map. I don't really want to do that because that's going to cost me a lot of fuel to get over there and back. I am making my own fuel and I'm making money out of this, but we'll see how it goes. My camera is definitely high quality and also possibly zoomed in more. No, it's always, so my camera's actually already got a zoom effect on it because the green screen behind me is too far away and too small. So, you know, I have to make a bigger green screen. Omnivore, is it your birthday? Saturday Mighty? Yes. Happy birthday. The present I got you is so wildly salacious that it's just too hot for the internet. I'm sorry. We'll have to look. Let's just say it's that thing that you always wanted. Desperately, ever since you can think of it, having wanted it. And yeah.
New claim is available.
A new claim, I am buying the crap out of that. So claims are worth heaps. So this game's very similar to Settlers of Catan. The other thing you can do is you can be a butthead and just drive the bidding price up. Once it hits 20 grand, the price increases by 4 each. I'm actually not really having any problems with debt, and I didn't get sniped. Don't care. I've got quite a fair income coming in now. I'm doing very well. I got him a car, a house, a stable lifestyle. Even better, I got him 7 Chupa Chups, each with different flavors. Like, you know, try to contain yourself on that one. That's stable lifestyle, Craigasm. That's it. Now I have got a vast amount. Oh. I've got a vast amount of. Where are my metal mines? What metal mines do I have? Because I have bombed out. So the metal market here for iron is dead. It's like so cheap right now. What I could do in order to fuel my own construction is I could build a steel mill. It's only -3 revenue, but it's actually probably cheaper considering the fuel and power costs for me to buy the steel mill and buy the iron ore for it off the market, and then that way I can have my own steel rather than just having to build the steel. Although steel itself is kind of cheap because all my opposition has still gone, like he's still gotten three steel mills. This guy's got 3 steel mills. They're all going ham on steel. Cat Hell Sky, that's all you want for a present, a stable life. The curse of being an adult, it's never fun, is it? Papa said he'll sell you the space steel mill over his dead cybernetic body. Ha! Jokes on Papa, there's no robot characters playing on this one today. On this map at the moment. So the other option I have, this guy's trying to get into power with the wind turbine. Frank Dawson though, bless his expansionist heart. Because he's got stuff spread out all over the place, look, he's got so far to go. He's really driving up fuel costs, and so that's gonna, my electrolysis reactor, it's just gonna make me so much cash. In fact, I'm operating on a net bonus, so I can actually set all my stuff here to auto sell, I think. Whoops, or what did I do? Control shift? I think I accidentally sold it all. Oh, and then I got sabotaged. Then be just tin can parts glued to his clothes. I love it. But this is the great thing, right? Because he's knocked out my electrolysis reactor, fuel prices are going up. Look at that. Look at those things go right up there. I could sell 10 food and make like, boom, cool $1.50. Oh, look, I'm gonna do it again. Oh. God, if only I was this good at money in real life, I'd be fine. All right. So, now I'm going hungry because I sold all my food to make money, just like in real life. Am I right? All right, needs water. The only reason it needs water is because my pump's got a little bit sabotaged, so we're fine. Now my power consumption's gone down, or demand for power has gone down. That's either because someone else has built more power. Frank Dawson built a geothermal plant. Now, if I do, shall we say, a mutiny, In fact, let's do. So I've got a goon squad. So let's put that on my geothermal plant so it's safe from sabotage. Why don't we try this again? Right, we'll go a network virus. A network virus takes over control of a building, so it cannot be turned off, cannot be scrapped, and will automatically buy input resources, even using debt. If needed, viruses also destroy holograms. So what I could do in theory here is I could try and figure out one of these guys' things. So San Marino here, this guy up here, right? He's actually looking pretty close to, like, I might be able to really, if I want to get really aggressive, I can start thinking about buying him out. That'll be great. Newsflash. Robbery reported at colony stockpile. I'm not familiar with that one. So, and see, I've still got a bit of debt laid off from that auction I got for the extra claim, but I think that's going to pay off over the long run. All this stuff I've got auto selling. That's going to pay off my debt first and then me. I could actually turn that off and just mass sell. You can easily win this game when you're like $200,000 in debt. It just affects your credit rating over here and your health a little bit, and how much more extra like into debt you can go, basically. So my metal mine, I think, not making any money. So we're gonna get him out of here because he's wasting time. Well, he's wasting our time. On the upshot, we do have quite a bit of iron left over. So on top of that, we could in fact build a steel mill just to work through all of our stocks, and then that way we basically turn our metal into money for free, basically. We do have to keep in mind that this is going to incur an opportunity cost. Now 50% bonus, 1.5 versus 2. Let's go with the far one that gives us more. You think you're too stupid to fully comprehend this game. I'm explaining things in a rational manner, but still. I think, so let's talk about the only real, my greenhouse farm are still frozen and need water, but that's okay. Needs water. So I need to stock up on more water. We've got that coming in. It's great. New day. My debt has accrued $300 worth of interest. Good Lord. The sadness right there. Now, if I do, let's stop auto selling water. Oh crap, how do I do that? How do I stop auto selling it? What have I done? Shift control. There we go. Okay, we'll stop auto selling water because I was doing the thing where I was selling water, but then because I was buying it as well. So food prices have gone through the roof. Look at that. Food price. See, if I sell 10 food right now, boom, nearly $2,000. Hey-o! Opportunity cost. One of the best little lessons you ever took from economics. Well, you might have taken it from economics. I learned it from World of Warcraft, so I probably think that you're like way more of an actual adult than I could ever hope to be. So look at this, I'm going to sell this food again. Boom, I'm not hungry. Boom, well, okay, I am hungry for money. Look at this, these guys have not gone into food at all. And because I've stopped selling water, the price has absolutely skyrocketed. So I'm still using enough water and I've got enough to sell. Good, look at this. We don't even have like the fuel and oxygen going crazy. These guys have gone all in on things like, you know, this stuff down here, all the upgrades and things like that, which I probably should really focus on trying to do, but I could just make shite loads of money from selling them food, you know? Like, good Lord, if I build a third, like right here, if I build a thing there, I got heaps to go. How much more do I need here though? Steel, kind of gone up, but I'm making some as well.
This is not an auction for drugs.
Adrenaline boost. Increased performance of the workers in the affected building.
Supplements.
I don't know. This can be useful later on when you get something like an off-world trading thing. So whenever you have an auction in the game as well, I should point out, anytime you have an auction, the winning amount of auction actually goes to your debt, so you can still bid on it even if you don't have any cash. Larvae, I am still here. No, I left and then I came back. Starve them out, Alex.
Congratulations.
Well, the other side of it as well is you can look at so this is the actual town or colony that all of the businesses are serving. And so the colony's actually got more like habitats than it does things like warehouses or machine shops or things like that. So like not only are they buying this stuff, but the colony is buying this stuff. So you can look at the colony to see what they're making, what they're buying. Magnetic Storm. See, this is what Magnetic Storm is what Frank Dawson's got. and well, sorry, like Frank Dawson is likely to have. All right, let's sell ourselves a bit of food here. Look at this. Oh my god, I sold all my food for like 23 grand. Whoopsie. While we do that, let's buy a mutiny on, shall we say, Frank Dawson's geothermal plant, because he's the only other competitor for power in a significant manner that I can see. Greenhouse farm, quarry, they're all starting to make a little bit of food. So let's say geothermal plant. If I want to be really cruel, that's his only copper, that's his only carbon thing, but carbon's bombed out. How did Kingdom go? Any more unlocks? I think I got smashed in my next island. We had a you know how you have those big guys that keep vomiting up smaller guys? That happened and I had a sad moment. He's built an electrolysis reactor. Oh, that's because he's the science guy. So he's built an electrolysis reactor. So he basically ignores water and goes straight to oxygen and fuel, which is great, but he's still going to be using water. So he's going to be driving the water cost hops. Breeders are joke. Oh, you mean they've got a name? I just want to call them horrible things. All right, mutiny. So I've mutinied that. So for the next 2 minutes, I control all the power. I control all the power, so I'm actually going to make quite a fair bit out of this because now his power costs are going to go up, which are pretty far up. I'm going to have to start thinking about buying shares as well. So the way you win the game is over here with the shares, and they're basically like hit points. So to buy out an opponent, you basically have to who's the lowest one here? San Marino. He's not looking too great. So if I can buy 3, I could actually buy him out for I don't know, we'll see. Thinking so let's say see, look, I've got like the water price has skyrocketed right now, as has fuel, so I'm actually using more fuel than I'm making, but I could use a claim on my next. I can actually upgrade my HQ now, but I'll have to buy glass, which is quite expensive. Steel and silicon though. Steel, quite low. Silicon, not so bad. What I could do here is instead I can dump out my steel mill, I think. Get rid of that. Build a kiln, which will then produce glass on the same claim, and then I can just auto buy that stuff from the market rather than have to buy the glass directly, I think, which might be, overall, that could actually end up costing me more in time. Alex, you only saw some minor parts of it, mostly sailing to another island. Found it was a great game to watch when you want to sleep. It is, yes. Lavi was backseating most of it. She was, yes. Good lord. So what you do is once the glass kiln is up, so we're still absolutely killing it on the water and food market, and we're actually do I have claims? I don't have any more claims. I need to upgrade. So if I upgrade, I can build more claims. I got impatient. I spent my money. Look at that. I just jacked up glass significantly, but everything else crashed. So go figure. So if we could just keep going here a little bit. Aluminum, what did I get? EMP'd right there in the face as well. I'll probably buy a goon squad. I need to protect myself because I'm going to be a Target. Food's looking pretty good. I don't know how much longer it's going to be out for. Goon squad there. Maybe if I put it probably on my high water pump, I think. Does it tell you which person attacks you? No, that's the whole point of it being a black market. To be fair, I asked and you answered for the most part. It's true, yeah. It's a nice style. Like, it's interesting because you kind of see a lot of people, they say, oh, no, backseating, needs silicon. Auto buy. If you turn on auto supply, they will buy stuff from what they need from the market. So silicon at the moment is actually pretty cheap. So what's the net profit on this thing at the moment? It's going to be pretty low. 47. That's actually an improvement. So now I'm going to sell some food. Look, boom, look at all this food that I'm selling. Now if I want to buy shares in myself, it's going to cost me a bit. I could in theory try, like, basically because I've just gone for the basics markets, so like water, food, fuel, dude, it's working for me. Now I have to try and buy this guy out as quick as I can. If the other guys all buy him out, I get a little bit of what he can do. But I should actually see, look, food's gone through the friggin' roof. Frank Dawson changed out to buy shares himself. Like, look at this, right? If I sell all this food, I can buy him out. Basically, look at that. Boom.
The market is open for business.
His ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. Cat, you ended up buying Kingdom. Nice. You're not quite sure you get it. You feel like you're missing something when you play it. It's just kind of relaxing-ish, I think. If there's...
The bidding begins.
Oh, patent for water engine. Ships and off-world markets are powered with water if cheaper. So if water is cheaper than fuel, they will use water. Given that both of them are given that both of those markets are currently through the freaking roof, I'm just gonna let them have that patent because I win no matter who gets that. Now I need 14,000 to do this. Now if I actually sell all of my food and all of my fuel, in fact I could, if I just sell all my fuel reserves, I can buy him out right now. And then, so let's just do about half. Whoops. Boom. He is mine. So that's one guy out and my share price is going to skyrocket now. So the idea there is that now that I've bought him out, all of his stuff is going to act as a like an AI run subsidi, blah. He's part of me, but a small part. And so, yeah, that was basically it. So I'm going to make money out of what he makes. I don't get all of his resources. AI is just going to run him as best they can to make me money. Power's currently crashing. Water's going down. I think that's because his guys probably stopped buying it. Frank Dawson's bought himself up. But as you can see, the share market's getting a bit feral in my favor. I could, in theory, seeing as I got loads and loads and loads of water, I could just build another food farm right here and just keep laughing all the way to the bank, because it seems like they're not this is probably because I'm playing against the AI and they're not switching up their strategy as much. I'm sure human players would have like absolutely crushed me by now. And I could just double down on the electrolysis as well, and that way I've still got an extra claim left. So yeah, and I think a large part of that was this. Aha! Our Goon Squad intercepted a circuit overload. So the idea with Goon Squad, right, which was right here on my level 3 water pump, fully expected. So when your Goon Squad is like a defensive one, when you play Goon Squad on one of your tiles, if an enemy tries to sabotage that tile, it uses up your Goon Squad and you get the sabotage that they tried to use on you. So he tried to use a circuit overload on me, and now I've got a free circuit overload. Circuit overload will double the power consumptions of all associated buildings. Gee, that would go really well with a mutiny, wouldn't it? Because then I could buy Frank Dawson's geothermal plant, and then I could just hit his HQ for all of his power things, because that'll double his power usage. Everything else is got, I can't see what else he's using, but everything else is kind of like a little 0.1s and stuff like that. Whereas if I just do that big power surge on his block, he's screwed. I could probably do the same to, actually Joji 5 is scientific. He's using more power with this stuff here, 3, 3, 6, so that'll become 6, 1.2, 1.8. And now if they do build some greenhouses, they EMP them back. That's it. Yeah. What I might do is I'll wait until I can get mutiny, and then I could try and do, so then I take over, I mutiny his power plant, and then I use the power overload on his base, and that's going to cost him so much. Like, all these major production ones are doing a bit more, but Frank Dawson's probably the biggest threat. Joji 5, not so bad. I also need to start buying shares in myself, but my shares are expensive because I'm doing so good. See, check this out. Look, every now and again, if I want to feel better about myself, boom, I can just sell a whole bunch of food and make loads of cash. Lovely, isn't it? Like that.
HQ has been upgraded.
Yes, I'm gonna buy myself out, just so I can be a bit safer there. I have to buy shares. So can you tell the orange what to do, Bill? Now, basically a puppet safe from Civ. You are correct. Yes. There's a shortage down here of economics, but I don't know if that's because there's a genuine shortage or because someone might have built a hacker array, and when you have the hack...
Not believe who we caught red.
Ha! I did it again! So he tried to EMP my geothermal plant with a EMP, I think. So I'll have to buy a goon squad to protect that again. But there we go. We're doing pretty well in guessing what they're going to try and sabotage. You'll notice that the costs for these things increase every time you use it. Now, why is my water going down? It is because I have so many of these things making water. But that's okay, because the price of water is going down. So someone... Oh, yes, please. No, I'm buying that. See, these guys have got like D and B credit ratings, but because I've got AAA, it means I can bid higher on these auctions, and my debt's not so much of a big problem either. So Joji 5 looking like he could be going for a takeover, but I might try that sabotage string with Frank Dawson in a sec. So I'll do mutiny on his power and then overload him. Oh, look at that. These electrolysis reactors. Oh, mama. They're gonna eat it. Lost control of greenhouse farm. Someone's trying to muscle in on my my food network. Food network. Damn. So what I can do there is I can just try and bomb the price out nice and quick by selling bulk, and then that way they're not going to get a lot of the benefit from it over time. And look at that. Now I have 61 grand just casually sitting around. Oh. Newsflash. Local authorities distribute 1 claim to each corporation. Yes. Oh, it's claimtastic. That's like a free HQ upgrade for me. Now we are going to go for so in 20 seconds we'll be able to do this this overload on the guy. Oh yes, that pattern lab's going to use power too. Who knew? People need food to live. It's insane. They just keep doing it. Water's really tanked, but everything else is going pretty good. I could really strongly think of dropping because I've got quite a water reserve as well. I could switch to something that's a bit more profitable. For example, like maybe carbon might be good, but high carbon's worth loads. I don't know, I want to use extra claims though, and that's just going to be while he's building. Steel's absolutely bombed, as has aluminium or iron. Chemicals won't be great. Glass is kind of okay. Electronics not great. None of the really advanced stuff is actually doing very well in the market at the moment. It's all the basic stuff, because all the other guys are just making those advanced things. So down here, I should remember, there's also these things. Like you can build a pleasure dome in here. That's going to give me 240 bucks right there. Because you have to, so the pleasure dome you have to connect. I should have built it there. The pleasure dome you connect to each of these habs, and for each one of those it's connected to, you get a certain kind of an income regularly from the pleasure dome. All of these ones I can just basically straight up buy. Optimization center would probably be good for me. The other guys are building a lot of patent labs. Have I tried factory engineer game? That sounds really familiar, but I don't think I've seen it or tried it. I can actually upgrade my HQ again, but it'll cost me 9.4 thou. I'm feeling like it'd be worth though. Alright, so let's buy our mutiny. We'll go... Okay, mutiny on his geothermal plant. Excellent. And then we go circuit overload right here. Boom. That is going to crank him right down on power. Watch the power. So because I'm controlling most of the power, it might go down a fair bit though. But because he's not using the electrolysis reactors, I could maybe EMP. Nah, it's fine. But hopefully that's gonna hurt his share price a little bit. I'll buy myself in. So now with this, so what you do when you buy those bottom row of things, you basically like secure yourself from a big buyout from the enemies, because it means that rather than buy your shares one at a time, it means they have to buy you out completely for 5 at a time, and they need a much larger lump sum. So now I've still got 2 claims to play with. Core sample could give me hidden resources on a barren plot. That's a bit of a gamble, but I could try and use that to get maybe silicon. In fact, if it was silicon or carbon, carbon, I don't know. If it's silicon or carbon, it's okay, but if it's water, I'm already laughing it up with water. I don't know. Do we want to try it? It's cheap. Pretty cheap, really. All right, let's have a big sell of my food. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, 30 thou. Oh, so nice. Water's cranking right up as well. If I sell 100 water, I get 13,000. So even with me mining this water, everyone else has like gone out of water or something like that. So let's just bomb the price there a little bit. I'm actually cranking right up on fuel. So let's, I'll put the fuel on auto sell as well as the oxygen.
The pleasure dome is completed.
And I've actually ended up with truckloads of extra aluminum. So let's turn that down. So the numbers on the left menu to the next to the plus button on press, is that what you are generating? Yes. So this is my like what you might call cash flow. So if it's a negative, like it is in Silicon here, it means you're obviously using it, and if it's a positive, it means you're generating a surplus, and that's what happens in this quantity. What I've just done here is I've set this to auto sell, so it's gonna regularly sell it automatically for me on the market, and it generally won't crash the market instantly. So if I like where I do in there, you'll notice the big spikes in the market now downwards, because I just sold big chunks of things, like especially there in water. You see that? So water, like that was a big bomb in the water price just there, because I flooded the market with extra water. I mean, it was a good price that I got for it, but you can't sell the same thing over and over again, or you end up flooding the market. So I can upgrade my HQ for 11th hour. Nice, not bad. So this is when we start getting into the later end of the game, and it's a bit of like the I've got 7 claims, by the way. This is like outrageous. Steel's going up, which means that's because I just bought the upgrade to my thing, Steel, and because he just upgraded his HQ as well. So power costs are going to go up a little bit, and there's not really a lot of great places. Maybe up here might be good for a little knot of power, but there's not really, like, generally in the game you want to make. See how I've got this trio of things here? That's like the most efficient way that you can set things up, and you generally want to do that. Now, I don't have a patent office, and each guy can only own 1 patent, so I'm probably a bit slow to go for patents. But what we will do is we'll go for the optimization center, and we'll give it a goon squad as well. Now, I've still got EMP. Now, he is... See, this guy's making... He's buying a lot of water. What I could do is wait for that building overload to wear off, and then EMP his electrolysis reactors. And what that's going to do is then he's still going to end up having to buy fuel from me. Haha.
Can't let them get this.
Carbon scrubbing. Buildings which need carbon, collect it from the atmosphere. Which buildings need carbon? Chemicals. Oh, that could... Oh, fuel and carbon. That's really good. Yes, I'm buying that. Oh man, look, I'm the only one with a really good credit rating either, and this is just going to go straight to my debt, but it doesn't matter because these guys are already like, these guys are both in like minus, they're like 170,000 in debt. So because I've got carbon scrubbing, I think I need to build the patent office just to benefit from the patents, which is kind of fair, I guess, understandably. I can upgrade my HQ as well. It's going to be very expensive, so I might wait. So once all of his electrolysis reactors are done being overloaded, I can just,
Scientific HQ has been upgraded.
yeah, I can just do the EMP, which will hit all of his stuff. Oh man, he is tanked.
Optimization center is ready.
Now, my power has just gone horribly down. So what we're going to think very strongly about doing is maybe solar panels. I get +1, not really enough hills, but if I build a couple of wind turbines, maybe up here, 1, 2, 3, or 1, can I get 2 1 tiles right next to each other? 1, 1.9, 0.6 for the efficiencies. Oh, there they are. There we go, let's do them up here. All right. Good use. So optimization center, what you can do with your optimization center is you spend chemicals to upgrade your things. Now if I've just bought now if I got that carbon scrubbing pattern, it means I don't need to worry about carbon anymore. It just comes out of the atmosphere for me. I don't have to get it from the market anymore. So that's gonna basically, so chemicals, I just need fuel and carbon, of which I'll be able to make heaps myself because I'm making truckloads of fuel. So we've got 2 more claims. So let's change our glass guy for chemicals. So now, black market's open. Is there anything I want to play with? That Mutiny and EMP combo feels good, but my power usage is currently going pretty harsh. Pleasure Dome's killing it. All right. And I'm using quite a lot. So when you have debt like that, it's actually gonna power costs and like your basic costs like water, food, oxygen, fuel, all those things automatically get added to your debt, not so rather than getting straight out of your profit. Didn't I need another goon squad? I don't need a goon squad, like specifically. Let's ditch the glass kiln and get chemical refinery. This guy's built a couple of steel mills down here.
The engineers have advanced our production.
There we go. So now I've just cranked up my water production, and that was problem solved. Optimization center. If I actually improve my power production, then that'll actually help me. Something's changed. Something's changed in the prices, though. I think the EMP wore off on this guy, maybe, because he was using some. So now let's check my patent office, patent lab. What do we got? Because I can try and research something here. 50% profit from Pleasure Dome. Yes, please. Let's get that. Perpetual motion, minus 50% building power consumption. That'll help me. Superconductor, plus 100 power consumption when connected to your HQ. That's only really good for like solar panels, which I'm not using. Buildings are powered with water if it's cheaper than power. Don't know. Slant drilling's actually hilarious because there's a water mine here. I could actually build a water thing here and use slant drilling to get at that high water, which might be pretty funny actually. And so patent teleportation is amazing because you don't use the little spaceships anymore, basically. So yeah. Now, if I actually want to get in on buying in on this guy, I need to actually shut down most of my. See how you got like sequentially. If I keep selling, I can keep selling, but the price goes down when I do the bulk sells like that. But I kind of need to in order to get in on what's happening here. 44,000 for that glass, very nice. It's going to cost 236,000 to buy him out. What I might do here though is I can actually start buying stock in Frank Dawson, and that'll make him sell his shares in here so he can protect himself from me. I can also try to just buy stock in myself. So think of these bars up here like hit points, and if you can afford to buy someone's hit points like that, he's probably going to stress out now. Maybe, I hope, please. So optimization center as well, that's working to make more power, more water. I think I should really focus on my food, fuel, and oxygen, I guess. I can queue those up though. Oh, maybe ironically, maybe I should try and queue them up to do chemicals. Then that way I can afford to upgrade them further as well. Hostile takeover, that's it. See, I can also, each stock purchase will earn an ongoing dividend of +6. So at the moment, San Marino's earning me 52 bucks a second, or a cycle, what have you. I'm making buttloads from power right now. Like my debt, so there's a massive surplus of water. That's gonna tank the price of water. I'm not so worried about that. That's actually gonna help me in terms of food and petrol and stuff like that. Now, if I want to be really clever, right? We've got an off-world market. This is where Off-World Trading Company comes from, obviously. We pause the game. We can do... Now, this is what the prices are on the off-world market. So the trick with the off-world market is you have to launch a rocket, and that only happens every couple of minutes, but look at how much money you can make out of that. So of all the things that I'm making, it's actually steel is worth the most off market. So what I could do very simply here is just build an off-world market, buy steel off the market, and then just send it off to a different marketplace and sell it there. It's just basic. It's flipping is I believe what it's referred to as. Now, for me to buy one of these off-world markets, it's 121,000, and I don't have enough claims, so I'm gonna have to sit on that for a bit. Oh no, I don't. I got heaps of cash laying around. Oh, I'll just harvest the money tree. Why don't I? Now, if I do this, it's gonna drive steel up. If I buy that upgrade, though, but I can actually just queue up my patent lab and try and get as many of these patents as I can. Virtual reality, carbon scrubbing. I might get cold fusion actually, because if water's cheaper than power, then that means all my power turns into pure profit. Yeah. And it's just costing me, so if I just work on buying up the things. Can you sell patents to others? No, so patents are, oh, check it out. I can buy this dude out. Heyo! Arthur Selton, thank you for the follow, sir. I hope you're having a good evening and maybe learning something, maybe being amused, I don't know. But thank you for your time. I hope it's been worth your while. So what we can do here is we can buy out Joji 5. This is how much money I am rolling in right now. I don't I don't hold my money like this. I hold my money like this. So if we buy him out, right? You just go boom. He's out of the game. He's going to earn me dividends. Now, Frank Dawson beat me to perpetual motion, which is unfortunate. What was perpetual motion? Oh, another optimization center. Optimization center. That'll help me. That'll help me screw Frank Dawson in the long run here. Perpetual motion. What was this one? Minus building power consumption. That's unfortunate, but we'll cancel it. Can I cancel that? I'll just buy that. Oh, it's paused while the auction goes, I guess. Haha, nobody. Nah, see, he's got a D credit rating, so it doesn't matter what he does. He can't keep up with my bidding power. Boom. So now I've got not one, but 2 optimization centers, and these are going to help me go through all of these queues that I've got. Thank you. This kind of explanation is exactly what you needed. I'm glad I can be of help. I am now at the moment. I am just playing against the AI. Like, so if you play against humans, for example, like at the moment, because I think I'm trying to. No, I didn't upgrade. I've got 2 claims. Steel, glass, electronics. So here we can sell 3,000 chemicals. So at the moment, the price is actually getting better. So net revenue. Let's take a moment to think. Net revenue 94 versus 90. It's still like no one's done it yet. But if we just spend our time mining carbon. We'll get truckloads or silicon. You're slowly understanding more from watching this, which is making it appealing as a purchase before you had 0 interest. I'm glad I can help like that. Come for the advice, stay for the puns. That's it. So we've still got metals. The metal mines are down on the market, but you still got steel mills. Because so here's the thing. I've got a stock of iron. I've got 198 iron. I could just build a steel mill and work my way through my iron stockpile to turn it into steel for me, which is probably worthwhile. Because I'm looking at building an off-world market, that's very expensive in terms of steel. So as far as like, so the theory, and these guys are already on the steel market as well, and Joji's on greenhouses as well. Alex, of course you still have a stupid amount of games to play that you haven't, so you probably should hold off on new game purchases. Nonsense! Nonsense! These things are great. Buy them all. So what we're going to do, so we've basically bought him out. So it's just down to us and Frank Dawson, but Frank Dawson is fighting a very uphill battle here. He's going to have to do some very serious magic because I've bought all of the shares that I possibly can in him, and I only need $301,000 to buy him out. Lavi's got nothing to play for another 5 days. Why not? Because most of, and this is the other advantage that I've got over him, most of my gear is all built connected to my HQ, so I pretty much have zero worries in terms of transportation, whilst Frank Dawson at the moment, his gear is way spread out. He's got mines all over the shop, and some of them are over on the other side of the map. His fuel costs are astronomical. If we look at the patents that we've got, I think, where's my patent lab? Frank Dawson's got, so he gets a cut from my debt interest, but it's not going to help him basically because all I have to do is not have debt, or my interest is so low that I'm fine. So what we'll do is we will go for probably, I want to go for patent teleportation. The teleportation patent, that's just to stop him from getting it, because if he gets teleportation, suddenly all of his spaceships, suddenly all of his shipping stuff and my fuel advantage is gone. Yes, sorry, yes, Alex is already right on to me, basically. So now the next idea that we have is, do I Now, if I want to build an off-world market for like the game winner, that's going to be 121,000. To buy out Frank Dawson, I need 309, so it'll probably be better off. I still have these optimization centers doing optimization, and I've got a load of chemicals. So chemicals are what you use to buy upgrades, and I've got heaps. Unfortunately, the price power is bombing, and that's probably because in part to my increase in production as well as the other guys' reduced use. So we might focus more on my food in this particular case. Can I cancel that? I can. We'll focus more on food because that's basically my main money maker, as well as my fuel and oxygen. All right, he got superconductor. So the superconductor patent is... Ah, it's rude. Magnetic storm, that's actually fine. So magnetic storm destroys my transports. I did lose a fair bit of stuff there, but it's not the end of the world. Now, if he got, what was a superconductor? Extra power production when connected to his HQ. He's going to benefit from that quite a lot. But, let's see, we've got mutiny. We could probably maybe borrow one of his steel mills for a while, which will help me afford a off-world trading company. Why don't we do that? Sure, why not? It gets us a little, all the RimWorld mods. Got the Prey demo on the PS4. Oh yeah, true. All right. I just got cold fusion, and I've got 70 seconds on that patent. If I can get an adrenaline shot, maybe. Did I win that auction? Adrenaline shot? I guess I didn't. So now it's going to get pretty feral. So I've got 120, so I can afford an off-world trading company here. Needs fuel. Oh, I'm auto-selling my fuel. All right, let's stop that. So we stop auto-selling my fuel, even though it's making me rich beyond my wildest dreams. And then that way I can produce the chemicals that I need to win. 34 grand. See, food is just killing it for me right now. Little nightmares though. Larvae, if you suddenly don't turn up here, it's probably because you had a heart attack. What, from the long dark? Oh, Lord. Omnivore, you have had this game, I presume you're referring to Off-World Trading Company, for some time and never played it. It's about time to fix that. Highly recommend the tutorials. They actually do kind of explain it pretty well, but if you want a reasonably easy way to think about it, it's similar to Settlers of Catan. Let's see. It's in your pile of shame. Heart attack from Prey. Oh, I understand. Yes. Now let's check the off-world prices quickly. It's still steel. Steel's far and away. Oh no. Oxygen, even better. All right. So at this point, I need to buy him out. I need 360k. That's going to cost me a whole huggy bunch. I think an investment in a off-world trading company here is probably the right way to go. In addition to an investment in an off-world trading company would also be that off-world trading company purchase there. It's spiked steel. Okay, he's got nanotechnology, but I'm really certain now the one that he really needs is teleportation, and I'm going to get that in 30 seconds. I could even, oh, hello. Okay, EMP, where's his patent lab? All right, boom. Now, the thing is, if I don't target, as long as I don't target the building that he's... Now, if he's got a goon squad on the patent lab, if I target his building with EMP, it will trigger the goon squad. If I just hit the area next to it, it'll trigger and still freeze his building thing. So that's frozen for 40 seconds. I'm definitely going to get the patent that I want out of this.
The engineers have advanced our production.
All right, advanced food production. Look at this. We are killing it food-wise. I need to also... I might just turn off the auto sell on the oxygen there so I can start stocking up. Now, off-world trade launchers need 100 resources and fuel for the ship. So you need fuel for the ship. I can actually just launch fuel, fuel perpetually, but it's actually oxygen's the one we want to do. So if I, so now what I want to do is go to the optimization center and I want to crank up my oxygen production. And then that way I'll be able to really crank up those things. Balin, g'day, how am I? I'm good, how are you, sir? I ended up So, so funny story. I decided, oh, you know what? I'll have a quick test of some settings on streaming just to see if I can have a slightly higher quality broadcast on Twitch. And suddenly, 11 people are watching me play Offworld Trading Company outside of my scheduled hours. Very surprised, but hopefully we get there. All right, slant drilling. I don't care about having slant drilling or not, but he can't have. See, he's actually at a AA credit rating now. He's actually kind of improved a little bit. But I don't think he's trying to outbid me. Oh yeah, he is, but I'm gonna crush him. Whatevs. Now, as you can see, power at the moment and water, both of them have kind of sort of started to bomb out. So what might be a good move for me in the near future? Maybe he can have that. No, let me have it. Okay, fine. See if I care. So now here's what we're looking at. Water is starting to bomb out. All of these things are still pretty good, but water is not as it's not as lucrative for me as it was. So what I can do here is probably really strongly consider dropping this water pump, scrapping this water pump, and replacing it with something that'll make me money. Even though that's still worth quite a lot. 190 top one versus. Jesus Christ, high silicon or like either silicon or carbon, both of them are worth so much money right now. He's got the only carbon on the map. So if I maybe think about a mutiny and borrow his carbon, that could be really funny. All right. You've been crushing people with Lancer? I was so close to the Lancer Araxium. All right, boom, off-world market. I really need the Goon Squad, but here's what we do, right? We just say, right, that's worth 36 grand. Launch, easy, done, and then we wait for that to launch. That's going to take me like a minute to launch. Now what I need to do is get a Goon Squad and protect my off-world trading market as quick as I can. Now, if you ever find yourself in a situation, he's up to AAA, he's paid off his debt. He's doing really well for himself now. If you ever find yourself in a position with an enemy who's got an off-world trading market, and depending on what's available in your black market, you might be able to cope with this. Because if you go a mutiny and then an adrenaline shot, what'll happen there is you can borrow their off-world trading market long enough for you to launch into space, and you don't have to build it yourself. It's huge, mungus, and hilarious. Now, how much do I need to start buying this guy out? 408k. How safe am I? I'm not that safe, so let's start thinking about buying my hit points up here as well. Alex gonna head off and do some co-op civ with your friend. No worries, dude. Have a good one. Unless I stream tomorrow too, Kappa. We never know. We never know. The world is full of surprises. All right. Chemicals, how are they looking? I've got 430, so I've got quite a stock of chemicals. We need to keep going on food and oxygen. That's just gonna crank me out the wazoo. What are we looking at? Off-world oxygen's still really worth a lot, and steel. In terms of optimization, patents pretty good. I'll get thinking machines. He's probably going to get it, but whatevs. What else do I want to focus on production? I could probably think chemical production, but I think chemicals are probably going to start to go down. Glass is worth not much. See how we go. Net revenue 100. It's nowhere in the same realm as like what I can get from food and fuel here. Oh, lovely. All right, so what we'll do shortly after this is, so water's starting to bomb out and food. So Frank's selling food. Come on, Frank, good move, buddy. Oh, is he? No, he's not doing it. Joji's fine. All right, so it just says, look at all the money. All right, my debt has accrued 6% interest. He's actually going to have a reasonable cut of that. So I could, in theory, pay off my debt. My power empire is not so great anymore, so I'll have to maybe think of, up here I've got these 3 wind turbines. I should consider changing them for maybe something else. If I had solar scrubbers, can I still make solar scrubbers? They don't have them on this map because I don't have the dry ice. So off-world market, let's queue up another launch of something that's worth a whole huggy bunch of cash. Basically, it's very easy to do it with the off-mild Arcwood. Look at the green ones, pick the biggest number, click the button, collect cash. Pretty simple. Oxygen will be cheap for me to launch, in fact, because I have everything needed to launch it. It is pure profit. Optimization centers, we might just focus on oxygen, and then see where we go from there. I could pay.
Market is online.
Let's go for. I've got a goon squad protecting my thing, so I need to start thinking of some sort of sabotage I can do on him. Probably a circuit overload might be good. Patent Lab uses a lot of power. As does Pleasure Domes, but that'll kill me off. He's gone heavy on Pleasure Domes actually. So I need to think of something I can do to him. Water pumps. I can tell that this one's protected by a goon squad. How can I tell that? Oh, all right, so let's say circuit overload. All right. I'll buy that and hang on to it, and then after the black market's online again, I will buy the mutiny, and I'll do the same thing again and really try and cripple him with power. So we'll buy up his geothermal plant here, and then we'll attack his wind turbine here, and that'll hopefully cause him some very serious problems. But I need to buy up my stock now. He's going to have a much harder time buying me out than I am going to have time buying him out. Plus, I'm also getting random spikes of outrageous amounts of money from the off-world trading market. My steel mill, that's actually from the time when I borrowed his.
Methods continue to improve.
All right, prices are just soaring here. Look at all this food I've got. I've got 1,000 food here. Good lord, I could just do that and sell off. I've pretty much halved the price of food in that one. But I'll buy up all my stocks. So now, if he wants to buy me out, it is going to cost him an absolute fortune. It's going to cost him. Geez, how much is it going to cost him? Basically 77 times 9, I think. It's huge. So I only need another 150,000 and I can buy him out and win it. I just got a big chunk from the off-world market there. Next launch we'll say oxygen. I should have waited until the price went up a bit more. Frank's, oh, he's actually trying to buy me out. Okay, well, in that case, if I just do, I think it's Control Shift down, sells everything. Ta-da! I was probably sitting on that for a while. The other thing that the game will actually tell you is if you're on the receiving end of that, you do get a little warning sign showing on that scoreboard that a competitor is actually willing, like not willing, but very close. Arthurson, did I miss why I didn't upgrade to the level 5 HQ? I just didn't need any more claims. Like, I still had 2 spare claims, and if I'd have upgraded, I would have gotten more claims. But I was doing just fine without any extra claims, basically. If I'd have upgraded to level 5, I think it gives you... I think 4 is the minimum that you need for the off-world trading market, which is it's a bit of a noob strategy to go for, to be honest. If someone thinks that I'm going to go for that, all they have to do is choke out the steel market, and it just becomes prohibitively expensive unless I'm making steel, and then that locks me into making steel and not into making money anywhere else. Omnivore, you really dig on the visual style in this. You will also probably, if you're a music aficionado like myself, you'll probably also dig the music, which is composed by Christopher Ting, the same guy who composed Civ 4, the game that had a soundtrack that won a Grammy. Ta-da! Learning with Mighty. All right, continue. So this is, and now we've got, yeah, you've destroyed the competition. Pretty much. Omnivore, you are a sucker for great game scores? Me too, me too. And it doesn't even have to be like an orchestral score, you know? Sometimes it's just got to fit, you know? Like the Devil May Cry soundtracks, oh, they just get me. They rile me up. It's great. I'll probably go to bed in 15 minutes. Mighty Blue Justice 1 hour ago. Yep, well, now that you mentioned that, it is actually definitely think about time I'll go to bed. So... Yes. Doom, yes, Doom 1. See, this is, okay, so this is how I ended up streaming this, right? I struggled to get Doom to work with OBS, like window capture, and I don't want to have to use monitor capture. So I was like faffing around with other games that I can test the improved, like the settings and things like that. Larvae, Journey has the best OST ever. Only bringing it up because doctor's orders. They're just doctors. That's fine. I got the day off tomorrow and I'm going to do manly things. I'm going to build a fence. Doctor's orders. Yeah, well, it would have been good if I paid attention like an hour or so ago, but that's okay. I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm fine. Maybe I'll have stream tomorrow. Who knows? I did not expect so many people to be watching me like at a random time when I wasn't on my schedule. So thank you guys. It's been a very nice surprise. So yeah, I'll probably dug out of that. So Arthur, thank you for the new follow there, Arthur Selton. I hope I was informative and helpful in you understanding the game. And to anyone else who is, you know, probably curious as to the insight for it. Just call it a bonus stream. That's it. Bonus stream. So you also get, now this is one of the cool things you get at the end of the game, right? You get graphs. So if you're the sort of person who loves graphs, you can sort of figure this out. So see, I never built any solar panels. I didn't build any quarries or factories. No hacker arrays. Definitely was. Thanks. No worries, Arthur. I hope it helps you. Now, this was admittedly, this was against the slightly easier than standard AI. This was the manager just under the level of AI just underneath manager. So if I were to try it on the harder one, I probably would have had a much harder time. This is the first time I've played the game in a very long time, so I was like, oh, I'll just ease myself back into it. But you can see here as well, you were asking me about the HQ upgrades, right? I had 27 claims, and Frank Dawson had, he must have used 36 or something. Oh no, built, because I demolished and he demolished a few things and rebuilt. That's fine. Black market, it can tell you what people bought. So as you can see, Frank Dawson, because he was playing as the Reclaimers, the Reclaimer faction has a very, very, very full-on relationship with the black market. They can use it twice as often. So that's why he has such much, that's why he picked on me so much. And I like this one over here where it says none, so friendly. So as you can see, I really liked goon squads. And Frank was only on 2, so yeah. Then it's got things like optimizations. I was the only person who had an optimization center, so that's where that came in. Patents, as they are. So evidently, if someone else gets a patent and you buy them out, you don't benefit from that patent, as far as I would guess wildly. Stock market, boom! Look at my stock price. Oh, just up. Resource prices. So near the end, they had a really interesting spike in electronics that went up, but then all these extra spikes. So these spikes where food goes down is probably when I tanked all my food, like sold off all my food stocks so that I could buy someone out. So yeah, balance sheet. So resources purchased. Frank spent a lot on buying resources. That was probably from power and fuel and oxygen, all those sort of things. So because I went into those basic markets, look at that, biggest moneymaker, food. Oh, laughing. And even Joji went well on it as well. Awesome. All right, well, that's going to be me done for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight, guys. So like on the bonus stream, really nice to see everyone again. Very I'm surprised everyone turned up, but thank you very much. It was very nice. Please let me know if you have any feedback on my stream quality, because I have updated that. I was trying a 1080p broadcast as opposed to a 721, as well as all this other sort of gobbledygook there. Yeah, for the third time today. See me Monday. Sleep well, mighty even. Oh yes, well, I will endeavor to do so. I'm sure I can sleep well knowing that I crushed those guys economically speaking. Like, those guys went home jobless. All right, thank you so much, guys. I'll leave you to it. I'll catch you all Monday, unless I'm struck by a wild inspiration tomorrow. Entirely likely. We'll see if we get a bonus stream tomorrow, eh? Hey, well, you never know. If I get lucky, every day will turn into bonus stream day. You never know. One day in the future, friends. There's a lot of hype starting to pick up here in the last couple of weeks and stuff. It's been a really good journey. It's been really nice having everyone along for the ride. So thank you so much. All right, I'm actually going to do it. I'm actually going to go. I'm going to click the stop button. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. See ya.